You've been told that to grow as a creator, you need to grow on social media, and one of the best places for creators is Twitter. So today I'm going to show you how I grew my Twitter to 10K followers organically without using follow for follow strategies or bots or scummy unfollow strategies. What's up everyone, it's Ashni, and today is all about my favorite social platform, Twitter. So Twitter is arguably one of my biggest strengths as a creator. I feel like it's really easy to understand the platform because once you do, you're able to churn out tweets that get a lot of retweets, comments, and likes, and then end up growing your Twitter to 10K pretty quickly. It's almost like a video game. Once you get it, you just get it. So we're going to talk about how you can generate a lot of engagement on your tweets, but then also why you might not want to do that. So the first engagement metric we're going to talk about are likes. And I feel like likes are definitely the easiest to get because if you think about it, it takes a bit more effort and a bit more endorsement for someone to either retweet you or to comment and join a conversation on a tweet that you posted. But likes are something that you can easily get if it's posting about your life or if it's really anything, any kind of content on Twitter. It's more than likely than I can't talk, Mom! So any kind of content is more than likely going to generate a decent amount of likes as long as you've got some kind of community of people on Twitter. Now, something that you may not know is that if you engage with somebody else on their tweets, it actually means that the algorithm is more likely to send your tweets out to them as well, which is where you can actually build up likes by just engaging with people and joining a conversation on their tweets and just being a part of the Twitter community. So you don't really need to post tweets to generate likes. That's going to happen naturally on its own, but you will want to post tweets to generate conversation in the form of comments and to generate retweets, and we're going to get into both of those now. So comments specifically, really easy to get. All you have to do is ask a question at the end of your tweet. In fact, some of my most popular tweets have been ones where I gave literally zero context. I didn't even talk about my own opinions about the question that I was asking, and instead I just asked it. So the reason that this can work is because it generates conversation. Now, you obviously want to target these questions towards a specific community. So if you're in the streaming community, you want to make sure that you're asking questions maybe about specific games or streaming in general. But it's a really easy way to generate more conversation, to get to know more people, and to get more people commenting and interacting with your content on Twitter. But you should also be commenting and interacting with people on their tweets and the questions they're posting as well. The next metric is retweets, and you usually receive retweets because your tweet resonated with people so much that they wanted to share it with their community. And I think that's a big misconception about retweets, is that people are retweeting it because they're specifically endorsing it or because it's something that resonated really well with them. But you have to think that every person that has a Twitter also has some kind of audience, whether that's 5 people or 500,000 people. And all of those people are looking at content and things to share that would be interesting to the people that are following them. So really, whenever you are trying to generate more retweets on your tweets, you're doing it by speaking to the audience of the people who are retweeting your content. So this is like a really, I know, strange concept to try and understand. So I'm going to keep this as simple as possible. If you want to generate more retweets on your tweets, speak on behalf of a large group of people towards another group of people. Tweets also see a lot of sharing and retweeting whenever they provide a fresh perspective or some kind of value for the community that you're sharing them inside of. So these can be things like our 4 standard pieces of value, which would be education, inspiration / motivation, entertainment, or I just forgot the last one. Relational is the last one, and honestly, I was gonna say relational, but then I realized that tweets that are all about generating another relationship or building relationships between other people, like Follow Friday tweets, for example, don't generally get a ton of engagement and can actually clog up the people's feeds that you're tagging in those tweets, so I don't generally recommend those. So these three things are awesome. It's really great to try and get more likes and comments and retweets and get more conversation going around your Twitter. But there are a lot of people who feel like we shouldn't be doing this. Like we shouldn't be posting things just to try and farm retweets or farm comments even. And that's not entirely wrong, right? Like we see, especially in the streaming community, a lot of the same tweets over and over and over. How many times have you seen a tweet that says, just be positive, or hey, I love all the subs that I have, or hey, you don't have to talk to be important, you don't have to be a sub to be important. You've probably seen and maybe even posted a few of these yourself a lot, and that's because these kind of tweets do generate some conversation and usually do really well regardless of the account that's posting them. However, this does create an air of everything is just repeated. Everything is the same. There's not a lot of fresh perspective out in the community and in the streaming space. So it's really important that you decide, what do I want to do? Okay, do I want to prioritize just farming all these numbers and building it up, or do I want to figure out how to be that breath of fresh air that other people are looking for? I do want to say here that I don't think it's entirely wrong for us to be creating tweets for retweets or likes or comments. I mean, in fact, that's part of the job of being a content creator. If you want to go full time at some point, if you want to be a creator at all, part of your job is getting your brand across more people and in front of more eyeballs on social media. And that's just something that absolutely comes with it. While it can be tedious at times, and it's tedious for those of us who have seen the same messages over and over and over, we also have to realize that those people are just doing what they are supposed to do in order to grow their brand and grow their business and just be a better creator. But let me know what you think about people creating tweets specifically for engagement. Should we even be doing that, or should we just let it happen organically? Let me know down below in the comments. Mastering Twitter, or mastering any social media really, is like finally understanding all of the concepts of your new favorite game. In the beginning, you're really confused, you're not sure where to go, and you don't know what to do. Maybe you make some bad plays. What? Oh! But then you figure it out and you start tearing it up. The thing is though, just with any type of content creation, Twitter takes a lot of time. It took actually years for me to get to the point to where I was getting conversation flowing on my Twitter and getting retweets and getting people to actually talk to me and want to follow me and be my friend. And that's okay. It just takes time, just like with anything else, and that's totally normal. I know in the beginning it's going to be frustrating because you're going to feel like you're screaming into the void and nobody is listening to you, but you keep at it, keep interacting with other people on their Twitter, and eventually it will come your way as well once you start to understand these concepts a little bit more. So this is what I did to grow my Twitter to 10K, was I really figured out what it took to get retweets, to get people to care about the things that I was saying. I figured out how to format a tweet so that it was aesthetic, because that's a big part of social media too. And I don't use hashtags. I actually think that they're really ugly, and I don't recommend using hashtags at all for that reason. There is actually a couple of videos that I have over on Twitch if you would like to watch them for more in-depth advice about social media, because I know here we really just covered how to get more likes and retweets and comments, but there's a lot more to growing on Twitter, and that over there has like 3 or 4 hours of content, me going in and talking about the algorithm and what things work and what things don't. So highly recommend that you check that out. The links for all of that is down below. If you like this video, make sure that you hit subscribe. We've got hundreds of videos here on the channel about live streaming, content creation. We're even starting to talk about entrepreneurship, which is really exciting for me. Make sure that you hit that big red sub button. I'm like clapping. I'm so excited. I don't know what's happening. I'll see you all in the next one. I need to get out of here.